Evening session on day 6 of the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Athletics hello again from the Engenhão, the Olympic Stadium. Ready for another feast of action on the track and the field, just as we had earlier. We enjoyed 7 world records. It's currently 35 Celsius. It was 40 earlier. It's got a bit overcast. And night will fall in the next 30 minutes in this central area, the Engenhão area of Rio de Janeiro. Crowd in early again in great anticipation for the success for the host nation today. Will it continue into the night session where we have 9 finals, 5 in the track and 4 in the field. Early field finals, women's shot put, you'll see women's javelin, that women's 400, Barbara Noviziel, the European and world champion, going in that. 1500 meters finals, first for the men's T11. And then the fastest wheelchair races, women's 1500, men's 1500, the likes of McFadden, Wallengren, McGrory, Rocha, Shah, Hook, Balde, Waharam, Ware. It's going to be another great night, interesting night. And this crowd, as usual, will be very, very enthused by what they're going to see.
So 35 degrees, but the humidity has dropped right away, which is good news. It's around about the 30% mark. Brazil having a good day so far with the 4x100 success in the T42 to 47 mark. Plenty of world records falling, so we're in for a terrific night. The 1500 metre wheelchair races so popular, and they're very even finals this time around. They're going to be a matter of tactics, and there's just going to be so much action in those. And also looking forward to the men's 1500 metre event for the vision impaired athletes. Can Adair Santos from Brazil do it? He's been a man to record 7 Paralympic medals, plus world champion 8 times, but has never been able to take a gold medal at a Paralympic Games. Tonight might be the night. He's got 5 others to beat in that. So we've got so much to look forward to, and we're going to kick things off shortly with the first round of the men's 400 metres for the T13 classification. And things cooling down here a little, which is good news at the Olympic Stadium. The weather is just perfect now for some outstanding track and field action, and we might be in for a memorable night. We kick it off here with heat number 1.
Yes, this is T13. It is least visual impairment. 400 meters. Jason Smith won the 100. There's no 200 being competed for at Rio 2016. A couple of athletes here were in the 100 though. Kelsey Teodoro finished 4th in that overall, while Tyson Gunter went out at the 100 meter stage. But in this, we have the 1500 meters champion, Abdelatif Bakr. Previously had won gold in the 8 and the 15 in Lyon of the World Championships. So he is the 1500 meters champion here, and his twin brother, Fouad, finished 4th in that, and he's in the other heat for Algeria. And for Brazil, 4th in the 100 meters, Kelsey Teodoro. Tauro Demissid finished 5th in the 1500 meters. Mohamed Fouad Amamou of Algeria. The first major championship has not competed in the 1 or the 15. Sorry, Demissid won silver in the 1500 meters. 2 of those medalists are here. So Teodoro 3, Demissid 4, Hamumu 5, Gunter 6, and Bakr in 7. It's the top 3 to get us underway. Great start by Tyson Gunter, flying away straight away in lane 6. The best start from Hamu and Bakr in terms of the gun, but look at Gunter go, flying at the moment. Demissid's DNS for Ethiopia after his great success in winning silver in the 1500. Now Gunter finding himself being overtaken strongly right down the middle by Amumu of Algeria, and Baka, who did so wonderfully in winning the gold in the 1500 meters, now moves up into second place behind Mohamed Amumu of Algeria, who's going to win this as the top three to make it. Tyson Gunter will get there as well. But it's Amumu, Baka, Gunter, the 1, 2, 3, 49.10, the winning time. And it was a solid shot. Temperatures dropping, it's gone down to only 34 Celsius now, but Amumu wins, Baka in second place, Gunter third, and they will all progress.
A bit of a grimace over the line from Mohamed Amumu. Spent a little bit of petrol there, but comprehensive in recording that time. And it looks as though Teodoro, incidentally, from Brazil, has recorded a personal best with his time of 53.27. But even though Gunter went out really hard for the USA, he'd shot his bolt by this stage, being passed by Baka. It was Amumu who'd raced away and was well and truly home and hosed by this point, keeping his form late, just switching off, just trying to contain himself and preserve some energy for the final. It is pretty warm here, and with the way these events are set up, with had 4, as you saw in that first heat, 5 in the second heat, the first 3 going through, and then the next 2 fastest advance. So Gunter confidently being able to switch off on the line. We're only really eliminating a couple of athletes from this competition for the final round. So Amumu home, and Algeria take the first race of the night.
Yeah, Tamiro Demissa of Ethiopia, silver in the 1500 meters, not starting there. It'll be interesting to look into the circumstances of that, but Amumu takes it. Baka second, Gunter third, and Teodoro, with his lifetime best, will have to wait.
We have field events about to get underway as well. This is the F54 classified women's javelin final. And in this field, we have 9. See the Paralympic record for F54 class. There is only 1 athlete in the F53 classification in the field. It's De La Salas from Mexico. So introducing the athletes to you, and there is the lady we just spoke about, Salas. And a lot of these athletes nice and relaxed before competition gets underway. There's one of the chances in Yang Liwan from China. His personal best throw of 18.5 meters will be also one of the hardest to beat. We see Situ. So there you have it, the women's javelin throw, F54. Bring it to the other personal best there from Hania Aidi from Tunisia as well, will be in the hunt for medals. So now we move back to the track. And this is heat number 2 of the men's 400 meters. And we have the world record holder engaged here, Gustavo Araujo. And Araujo from Brazil, part of the winning 4x100 meter relay team from earlier. We have also, speaking about that relay, Johannes Dambala in lane number 4 from Namibia. There he is. He kicked off the relay for Namibia. Had some good speed from the blocks. There's Araujo. Made the 100 final in the T13 class. He's the 100-meter Parapan American champion. Also in the field is Keith Price from the USA, second Paralympics. There is Amgoon on screen. So it's Araujo 3, Nambala 4, Price 5, Amgoon 6, and Barker 7. So the field being introduced, Mohammed Amgoon, 27 years of age, 47.83. That was set in Doha last year. The Paralympic record set in London by Alexei Labzin of 48.59. There's Nambala, 25 years of age from Namibia. He's already had a busy afternoon. Screen. Nambala already the silver medalist in the 100 metres here. And Araujo receiving a grand cheer. 8th in the 100, winner of the relay. 2nd in the 100 in Doha. So called to their marks, lanes 3 through to 7 being utilised here, field of 5. No, they've been told to stand up. Just something not quite right. There might be a technical issue here. See the officials rushing out towards lane number 3. Now they're going to chat to the Brazilian. They're having a little word. Not sure if there's an issue with the starting blocks. So a little bit unnerving for the local hero in Enrique Araujo. And now called to their marks again. There is the world record holder. Crowd being asked to hush. 34 degrees trackside at the moment. Ready. Away, Araujo off to a pretty clean start there in lane number 3 and beginning quickly. Amgoon, as we expected, and immediately races up to Barker over on the far side. Then Price. Nambala's eating into that stagger as well, and Araujo's got some work to do. But in the red, showing the way, Amgoon is going comfortably. Barker's got a fight on his hands. Chasing is Price, and then Nambala, and then a gap Araujo. But off the back section, and this is looking pretty comfortable at the moment for Amgoon. He comes around the turn with 100 metres to go. Now Barker and Nambala in a race. Nambala's going to come through and chase the leader, followed by Price, and then came Araujo. But with 25 metres to go, he's switching right off here, Amgoon. This is so comfortable. No need to knock himself around. And he comes through to win it. Second's going to be really close. Barker or Nambala, 48.83, and he trotted up the straight. So he's in really good form. Only a second outside his world record, and he walked up the straight basically. That was so confident, 48.82, so just a tick under a second quicker. 49.01 for Nambala, a season's best for the man from Namibia. He began very quickly off the blocks in the relay, so we were expecting some sort of a performance like that tonight. A personal best for Fouad Barker from Algeria. The Algerians have started the night off well in this 400-metre first round. Barker's time of 49.04. Araujo was next in fourth place. Price has run a personal best in 50.2 and may struggle to qualify, but gee, he looks good for the final.
No real problems for the top three. Such a gap between them and the rest. In the end, about a second. And Araujo put so much into that relay gold medal for Brazil earlier. Finishing outside the top three automatically, but will still go through as the fastest loser. And just look at Amgun then just decelerate the world champion. It was in fine fettle, bronze at London 2012. Nambala coming through in second place, and Fouad Barker, who finished fourth in that amazingly fast 1500 metres at the T13, where the top four, both Barker brothers included, were inside the winning time of the Olympic 1500 metres, claimed by Matt Setrovins. Zamgunu takes it, 48.82. Nambala in second, Namibia, 49.01, and Barker, 49.04. But all five fast enough to reach the final.
So there is the makeup of the final. And the athlete to miss out, Teodoro, in the end. Kesley Teodoro from Brazil. With Gunter just getting in there from the United States after his run in the first round.
It's a nice evening. Atmosphere has been superb. Crowds still coming in. It's not even 6 p.m. local time here in Rio. The evening sessions at the Olympic Games, they did go on very, very late. But earlier start time for the nighttime actions in Rio, which means an earlier finish too. It's a school night after all. Somebody's got there, Tom. And they're Vinicius. And the Mexicans are in the house. Off to compete in the wrestling later, obviously. The final of the women's 400 meters T20. It's the intellectual category. One prime name ahead of the rest to beat in this, and it's Barbara Nowidziel of Poland. The reigning European and world champion. 3 representatives from Hungary in this, 2 for Poland. United States, Ukraine and Malaysia also. But here she is, Barbara Nowidziel, the triple world champion in Doha last year, the reigning Paralympic champion over 1500 meters. This is her first event here at Rio 2016. Ilona Biaxi, her twin Bernadette's quite a decent athlete in her own right. The former European 1500 meters champion from 2014. Silver in the 15 in this year's Europeans and 7th in the 4. For Malaysia, the Asian Games champion. Siti Noorasea Mohammed Arifin. Also silver in the long jump in Incheon, bronze in the 4 in Doha at the Worlds. Silver in the 400 meters of the Europeans in Grosseto for Sabina Stenka of Poland. Silver in the 400 meters at the Worlds in Doha for Natalia Iaslovetska from Ukraine. Very impressive semi-final winner for the United States. It's her first major championship. That's Brianna Clark. Silver in this 400 meters at the Europeans in Swansea in 2014. Fourth in this year's Europeans for Hungary's Erika Kerestesi. And bronze in the 400 meters in Grosseto. Those Europeans for Hungary's Piroska Tsontos. So Hungary and Poland well represented. They normally are in this T20, but Barbara Novidziel is always the one to beat. 8 major championship gold medals in her career since the T20 came back in 2011. The final of the women's 400 meters T20. So away they go. Novidziel has dominated this entire sector for the past 5 years. Clark has got off magnificently well. Look at where Clark is. She's running out of lane 3. That's Clark in lane 3. And she's way up in front at the moment. I thought Mohammed Arifin had got off to a brilliant start. Clark has shot away incredibly fast. Look at how far ahead she is at the moment. Has she gone way too early? We'll have to wait and see. Novidziel has moved up well in lane 8. And if Clark starts to struggle, Novidziel's in the right place to bounce, but also going very well as Mohammed Arifin in lane 6 and Iaslovetska in 4. But for the United States, it's Brianna Clark, and Clark is slowing up. She put a lot in early on. It's going to be a blanket finish. Can she make it? Clark is hanging on. Clark is hanging on. Clark has won it. 57.80. Novidziel falls on the line, throws herself there. She might have got second. A real blanket between Novidziel, Iaslovetska, and Mohammed Arifin. It's a North American record for Brianna Clark, and America's record 57.79. Iaslovetska gets the silver. 58.48. Clark, 100th of a second outside the world record. And I'm not sure I've ever seen a 400-meter race run like that from lane 3. And Novidziel gets the bronze. Threw herself over the line. 58.51 for Novidziel. Mohammed Arifin, 58.55 in 4th place. But Brianna Clark, a really unique run. It is a North America and America's record full stop. It's 100th of a second outside Novidziel's world record. And the way she ran that was nothing short of incredible.
Well, you're quite right. You'll never see a 400-meter race run like that very often. She was in front from lane 3 with 250 meters to go. It was a powerful start. Mohammed Arifin did get off to a good start from Malaysia, but got gobbled up very quickly by Clark. But at this point, we thought, oh, hang on, has she gone too hard? And all of a sudden, the others were lifting. Iaslovetska from the Ukraine and Mohammed Arifin, and then out wide, Novidziel was coming. And on the line, it was a tiring Clark, but she's almost broken the world record. And lucky to get the bronze in the end was the athlete from Poland. Have a look at that for a photo finish. That's an extraordinary photo finish with Novidziel touching the ground with her face as she's hit the line. That was the absolute definition of hitting the line.
It's probably given her a sore nose, but it wins her the bronze medal. And Clark, in her first major championship, she's 21 years old. And that was an incredible sprint, and she was really towering over the final 50. Novidziel following a tactic that we've seen in the Olympic Games a lot the past few weeks. But Clark really struggling over the line and fighting to get there, and she gets the gold. And she was only 100th outside the world record. Nevitiel's got company now. Clark with the gold for the United States. Islovetska the silver for Ukraine. And Nevitiel the bronze for Poland. It was quite a finish, that was.
Now we have a victory ceremony about to take place. First victory ceremony of the evening session. And this is for the men's club throw. The F32 classified athletes here staged in the blazing sun in the first session of the day. And this was a gold medal to Poland, a silver to Greece and a bronze to Great Britain. It was Masha Sechel from Poland, the 29-year-old, with a mark of 33.91, narrowly overhauling Athanasios Konstantidis from Greece. And Miller in third, Stephen Miller for Great Britain, the 36-year-old. It's a good battle in the end. Konstantidis throwing the club a long way in his third attempt at 33.69. It took the last attempt of 6 for Sechel from Poland to get him right where it mattered to take the gold medal. A season's best for Stephen Miller as well for Great Britain in third. So Stephen Miller, the bronze medalist. He was the gold medalist in Atlanta, in Sydney, and in Athens. Sixth Olympic Games, Paralympic Games for Stephen Miller. Came in pretty good form after the World Championships last year, just outside the medals in fourth. It's gone to form, a bronze to Stephen Miller. And a proud man, Athanasios Konstantidis. 46 years of age and just overtaken in the last throw. And he gave the crowd plenty of entertainment. And he's delighted. Big kiss of the silver medal. He'll cherish that for the rest of his life. And his guide is absolutely delighted. You can't wipe the smile off his face either. And the gold medalist, Masha Sechel from Poland, with a mark of 33.91. Finished fourth in the shot put. And a couple of World Championships back was the silver medalist in the club throw. But this clearly is his greatest result to date in his career. A proud moment indeed for Masha Sechel, and now the national anthem of Poland. So in the end, it was a gold medal for Poland, a silver medal for Greece, and a bronze to Stephen Miller at his 6th Paralympic Games.
So the men's Javelin F46 final is the latest field events that will be decided. The great Devendra goes in this, man who set the world record back in 2004 for India. Won the gold, has been regularly successful down through the years. There's a starting lineup here of 13. F46, so it is an arm amputee category. Included in this, Alexander Sabota, who's regularly a jumper, actually. He's won a World Championship silver and a Paralympics bronze in the triple jump. Devendra, with all those major successes in his career. 2004 gold. Gurjar Sundar Singh from India doesn't start, but they can still pick up a couple of medals anyway. Gamani and Igwale Kalwala Gadara for Sri Lanka involved also. Wonder if he's in that relay team. Rinku for India. He's only 17 years old. It's his major championship debut. Gao Chuanlang of China, who is the reigning world and Asian Games champion. Well, athletes beginning to line up for the official presentation to the stadium. Gao did not compete in the previous Paralympic Games in London. Well, there's 13 of them. It might take a while to get them all to line up. But Gao, as a result of his success in Doha at the World Championships, will be on form, the man, and very much to beat here. Everybody getting 3 throws, then the top 8 going through for 3 more. Devendra's world record has lasted since 2004, winning the gold in Athens, but let's go through the field now. Alexander Sabota, first time he's qualified for a Javelin final. Those World Championship silver and Paralympic bronzes, height of his career, the world champion. Gao, that was his 2nd world title, Asian Games champion too. Rinku of India, his major international debut. Herath Mursalangi of Sri Lanka, 6th on the Javelin in Doha, the World Championships. And he was a member of that relay team, by the way, in Doha. Mexico's Benaventura, 18 years old. And he is the reigning Pan Am champion, so he's got form. Mahmoud Ismail of Egypt, bronze in Lyon, fourth in Doha in the last two World Championships. But this is the man, Devendra, the world record holder. World champion in Lyon in 2013. Paralympic gold, 2004 in Athens. Matthias Schutz of Germany, bronze in the shot put in Lyon at their World Championships. Ketawala Gadara for Sri Lanka, fifth in the Asian Games, Javelin 2 years ago. Abraham Ortega of Venezuela, the reigning shot put Pan Am champion, and silver in the Javelin. Fatiyangi of Iran, very good throwing program in Parasport, but that's his major championship debut. This is Gundar Singh. Well, this is Sione Manu, actually, because Gundar Singh doesn't start. Sione Manu of Tonga, his major championship debut. He's a farmer. So 12 going to the line in this men's javelin final, plenty of whom have been here before. Final of the men's 1500 meters, T11. Strong field, complete visual impairment. They've all won a title at one stage or another. We've got the reigning European, World, Pan Am, Asian and Paralympic champions all in this. Jason Dunkley of Canada, twice world champion previously, and he's the reigning 5,000 meters Pan Am champion. He won silver in the 5,000 in Doha. Wilson Bai, bronze in the 5,000 meters here. Didn't finish the 5 in London. The reigning Asian Games champion from Japan, Shinya Wada, won the 8, the 15 and the 5,000 meters titles in Incheon. The reigning Paralympic Games champion over 1,500 meters, and our 5,000 meters champion here, Samuel Kimani of Kenya. The 4 times world, current reigning world and Pan Am champion for Brazil, Odair Santos. Semi Deniz, the reigning European champion. He's won the last 2 titles and he's representing Turkey. It's been a terrific day for Brazil already. So underway in the men's 1,500 meters final. T11, complete visual impairment. Deniz, Santos, Kimani, Wada, Bai, and Dunkley. Deniz taking a good perch on the inside with his guide Mohamed Emen Tan. He won his semi-final. Kimani and Bai the same. Good lead, he's opening up actually straight away in this 1,500 meters final. Skipping away ahead of the rest. Santos taking a comfortable position on the outside. Bai leading for Kenya. Kimani going well out on the outside. Kimani's heading out towards lane 3 and 4. But Bai in a comfortable position. Deniz in second place. Real cluster then behind. 4th, 3rd with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, a little bit of touching going on there as the Brazilian moved up into 3rd place, Odair Santos, and just got in a little bit tight with the guide underneath of him. But at this stage, it's Kenya in front and Bai at his 2nd Paralympic Games. The bronze medalist in the 5,000 meters here leads by about 5 meters. And the roars from the crowd as Odair Santos, who has 7 Paralympic medals, but yet to taste success with a gold medal, moves up into 2nd position on the outside. And it's just going to try and tuck in here into the slipstream of the leader as they come towards the home corner. with approximately 900 metres to go. It's by in front of Santos, and his guy just making sure that he's staying out of trouble on the outside. Denise is next, third the inside, and they were followed by the Kenyan in fourth position, and that is Kamani, and they steal a gap then to the Canadian at the back of the field, which is Dunkley. But as they go past the 2-lap mark, the Brazilians gone to the front. Oder Santos.
2 laps to go. Santos out in front, trying to pick up another gold medal for Brazil. They've been so successful. Only China have won more athletics medals at this Paralympic Games so far. Skips out in front of header by. Kamani's in third place. Bit of a gap now, slipping back to fourth. And that's Denise, the European champion. Can Santos keep it up? Kamani running comfortably on the outside. Bai still close in second place. Then that big gap back to fourth and an even bigger gap back to fifth. But Santos with around 500 metres to go, out in front and looking good. But the two Kenyan athletes behind them, ready, willing and able to bounce. Santos and Nascimento. Silver it was for them in the 5,000 metres. He is the reigning world champion. He collapsed in the 5,000 metres in Doha. Came back to win the 15. He's leading the 1,500 metres final of the Paralympic Games at the bow.
And we know he's tough, but he needs to be here to grit on for the final 350 metres as they head towards the back straight. Chasing at the moment is Kamani, who looks a little bit fresh into second place. And then came Denise in third. Bai has got tired and goes to fourth, so into the back. It is Santos in front, but that gap is starting to wither down. 250 metres to go. He's the reigning world champion. He was also the champion in 2013 in the World Champs in Leon, but this is the one he wants the most. He runs off the back. 200 metres to go. He leads by about 12 metres, but Kamani is getting ever so closer. The crowd really having to lift now. Santos, Oder Santos, comes round the turn. 7 Paralympic medals, but none of them gold. Is this his destiny? 80 metres to go. Kamani's getting closer. Santos getting tired. Kamani's coming at him. Kamani over the top's got him. And Kamani's going to come away and win the gold medal from Santos, his 8th Paralympic medal, a silver again. And then in third was Denise, and in fourth Bai or Dunkley. They've hit that pretty closely together. 4:03.25 in a thrilling men's 1,500 metres T11 final. It wasn't to be for the Brazilian. He's just not been able to see out the final 150 metres, but a well-timed run by Samuel Kamani from Kenya, the 26-year-old. His time of 4:03.25 beats whatever he's run this year so far. James Boyd, his guide, then was brought into the race at the perfect time of the lap to go and then wore down the tiring Brazilian in Oder Santos. Full credit to him. He was the story of the race. And there's Denise, Semi Denise from Turkey, the 26-year-old, a bronze medal. But glory for Kenya, Samuel Kamani.
Well, he couldn't have timed that much better. It is hard lines, and Oder Santos yearning for that first ever Paralympic gold medal. It is his 8th. It is another silver. But Kamani timed it well in the closing straight. Around 40 metres to go, he had the momentum, and Santos had put pretty much everything onto the track that he possibly could have. Great break by Kamani to do the middle distance double. Well, middle and long 15 and 5 by the early leader, but he really fell back towards the end. Finished in fourth place. Had no problem running on the outside for a lot of that. It was a lot more than 1,500 metres that was covered tonight by Samuel Kamani, and he was the defending Paralympic champion in this 1,500 metres anyway. Hasn't competed in a global championships actually over the past 8 years. Funding issues there among that. Santos had got out in the front, 2 laps to go, stayed out there until that closing straight. And that's when Kamani decided to go. There might have been room on the inside, but they couldn't take the risk. Went on the outside. Fleet of foot, Samuel Kamani, taking the gold medal. Santos, the silver. The bronze to Denise, really tight for fourth. And Dunkley, I think, just got in ahead of his guide in the end, but he was fifth anyway, and Bai in fourth place. This was the moment when Santos's dreams of a first ever Paralympic gold fell away, and Kamani pounced perfectly.
Yes, we've seen it many times already during the track and field program. The Paralympic champion versus the world champion. And it was the winner from London 4 years ago prevailing over the world champion in a spectacular finish. Kamani from Kenya, a gold medal. Confirming the result, the time 4:03.25, 0.6 quicker than Santos. His 8th Paralympic medal. Deniz from Turkey in 3rd place.
So Katwala Kadara, the opening exchanges of this men's javelin. T47. Leader in this at the moment with the opening throw, Devendra, with a 57.25. Siangi of Sri Lanka also going out to 54.67. Kadwala Gadara, he's a 49.06 thrower, but that would only be good enough for 6th place at the moment.
And they're hovering around the 5 meters off world or Paralympic record status at the moment, with a long way to go. And this is Kadwala Gadara from Sri Lanka onto the runway. We've already seen some spectacular javelin action this afternoon, and it's as though it's around the 47 range, which would be a couple of meters underneath his lifetime best. It's a little bit better than that, 48.84, 48.84. So he is about 20 centimeters off the best he's ever thrown. Early stages of that men's javelin throw F46 final as we move on to the women's 1500 meter T54s, and we really move into some of the highlight races on the card. Strap yourselves in, because this is going to be some fantastic action. We have a field of 10 here, including Tatiana McFadden, winner of the 1500 in London, set the world record last year, and twice world champion at the 1500 meters. And we're talking about netting Paralympic medals. He's won 12 of them, including 4 gold, winning the 400 here in Rio. As we have a look at Ma Jing from China. Ma Jing 6th in the 400s. This is her first major international championships. This is Aline Rocha from Brazil, the 25-year-old. Gets a rousing reception, as you would expect. Here is Tatiana McFadden, 400-meter winner here in Rio, 2nd in the 100, looking for her 5th gold medal at Paralympic level and her 13th medal in total. This is from Australia, Christy Dawes, coached by her husband Andrew. She has 2 Paralympic medals, would love to win a gold medal. The 36-year-old. This is the 30-year-old from the USA, Amanda McGrory. Finished 5th in this event in Beijing and 7th in London. Gold medalist in Beijing over longer, the 5,000 metres. Nella Wollongren finished her heat off really well. 3:30.99 was her qualifying time. Can go faster. This is the young Australian. This is Madison Di Rosario, 22 years of age, but believe it or not, her 3rd Paralympics, coached by the great Louise Savage. This is Diane Roy from Canada, 45 years of age, the oldest in the field, qualified with a time of 3:32.13. Chelsea McClammer from the USA, also quite impressive in her heat. The 22-year-old is on the rise. And finally, Manuela Scheier from Switzerland, 31 years of age. And her personal best 3:20.35 would see her in medal calculations here. So a field of 10, women's 1500 metres T54 final, and they're ready. A couple of cracking 1500 metre races ahead of us, and away they go. And Shire from the inside began quite quickly with Di Rosario, and now there's pace from out wide. Here's McFadden coming over, and also Ma Jing is going to stake an early claim, and the Brazilians also up there in the early stages, and that is Aline Rocker. But already it is an early lead established by the American, and this is McFadden out clear by a good 15 metres or so from Ma Jing in second place, coming into the home straight. Yes, McFadden with a terrific lead at the moment, some 25 metres from the Chinese athlete in second place, and there's some early moves moving up here. McGrory goes up into second position, and out even wider on the track we've got the Australian, which is Di Rosario, settling in about 7th.
Yeah, McFadden opened up a really, really strong lead, but McCrory coming up with her. McClammer also in the field for the United States. Looks like a US 1, 2, 3 at the moment. They're all up there. McFadden, McGrory and McClammer. In fourth place for China, it's Ma Jing. 6th to the 400 metres final. De Rosario, the world 800 metres champion. That magnificent victory for her in Doha. Tucked down in the middle of the field at the moment with a fellow Australian, Chrissy Dawes. The US 1, 2, 3. They've dominated this. They're looking to break the rest of the field. That incredible acceleration from Tatiana McFadden early on. But she leads here with 2 laps to go. US 1, 2, 3 and China in 4.
So it's McFadden in front of McRory. McClammer is in third place, and then Ma Jing in fourth, and they're in single file as they head towards the back section. The two Australians trying to help each other towards the end of the field. The Brazilian is second last at the moment, Di Rosario, and at the tail of the field is Wollongren, who did finish off quite well in her semi-final. But at this stage, McFadden leads from McGrory in her slipstream, then McClammer in third place, Ma Jing in fourth position, and no change in the order at this stage. No one really seizing any initiative, trying to sneak up along the inside. In next position is the Australian. Indoors, Di Rosario, the young 22-year-old at her third Paralympics, out wider. But no change as far as the top 3 are concerned. With a lap to go, it's McFadden from McGrory and McClammer.
McFadden, McGrory, McClammer, the 1, 2, 3 inside the final lap, and now they're beginning to go for it. Manuela Schär, great racer, moving up strong to try and break up the American dominance at the moment. It's a good break by her on the outside. Fifth place for the Chinese, Ma Jing. McFadden defending a line very well. McGrory and McClammer. McClammer trying to work on the outside. Tatiana McFadden already with a gold and a silver here so far, leading them out. It could still be an American 1, 2, 3. Tatiana McFadden leading them through, and I think it will be. It'll be an all-American race here. It's Tatiana McFadden, McGrory, McClammer, and that's how they're going to do it. It's a US clean sweep, 3:22.50. And that's the way to do it. And Tatiana McFadden, magnificent win to get her second gold medal of these Paralympic Games. Third overall, Paralympic record, 3:22.50 to beat McGrory's record from the semi-final. Really tight in the end, but, well, the Americans could not have worked that any better than they actually did. And Tatiana McFadden, well, she really broke the field very well, but that might have been designed to get the other Americans up here. Lifetime best for McClammer in third, McGrory in second. And in the end, there was nobody else who was going to be able to deny them, and that includes Manuela Schär in fourth place, 3:22.50.
Well, what brilliant tactics from Tatiana McFadden. Went straight to the front when nobody else wanted to, broke them up, and then as they concertinaed back in, she was able just to set quite a steady tempo and held off her compatriots in McGrory and McClammer. So it was McFadden with the gold medal, and You could say, I suppose, it was a McTrifecta. But it was a Paralympic record for Tatiana McFadden, personal best for McClammer. De Rosario with an Australasian record of 3:24.33, season's best for Diane Roy, an Asian record for Ma Jing, and then personal best for Dawes, Rocker and Wallingen. So in the end, it was just high caliber stuff.
Yeah, and Shah was moving up there, and Shah in the end wasn't able to affect the Americans, and it was almost a case. I mean, nobody was going to keep up with Tatiana McFadden, not even her colleagues there. They were trying to tighten up. Not sure they dare even try and have a go. I mean, that was great teamwork. It was McFadden, the ringleader here. Really did break the rest of the field effectively, and look at that. Number 2, little look around, job done. You'll see a few mots there, by the way, in the replay around Tatiana McFadden. It's just a few thousand have decided to descend on the stadium now, but don't worry, it's not going to be as bad as the Euro 2016 final. McFadden, marvellous victory. 2 gold medals now and a silver, 322.50. Gold, United States. McGrory, silver, United States. Chelsea McClammer, bronze, United States. Shah 4, De Rosario 5, Roy 6.
Great racing, and now it's time for the men's 1500 metres T54 final. But before we concentrate on that, javelin action. Well, from China.
This is Go, the world champion.
And that is certainly a decent throw. That is going to put him well and truly into calculations. In fact, it has him well and truly in the lead. It's ranging out towards the 58-metre mark. We'll have it confirmed in a moment, but that should put him in front. Yes, indeed, 58.95 metres, but he can throw upwards of 2 metres better.
So the final of the men's 1500 metres, T54. And all of the greats are in this.
A few moths around at the moment. I think you've opened your wallet, Will.
You don't say. So, going in this, the European Commonwealth Games and Paralympic champion, David Ware, the Asian and world champion, Rawat Tana, 7 times world champion Marcel Hu. You'll see all of tonight's entrants have a bit of company. Anyway, Rawat Tana, the Asian and world champion, golds in the 15 and the 5 in Doha at the Worlds last year, and had done the same double in the Asian Games. Kurt Fearnley, nothing faces him. 3 Paralympic golds, 4 world titles, bronze in the 5,000 here, silver in the 5 in London. A marvellous 18 major championship medals for Saishang Kongxian at a global level, but no golds yet. Here is David Ware, the reigning European Commonwealth Games and Paralympic champion. A very impressive 5 golds at the Europeans and 4 golds at London 2012. Higuchi of Japan, bronze in the 5 in the Asian Games in 2014, silver in the 5, bronze in the 15 in the Worlds in Lyon. Here's our 5,000 metres champion. It was his 6th Paralympic gold. Prawat Waharam of Thailand. Alassane Balde of Germany, ever improving. Silver in the 15 and the 5 in the Europeans in Swansea, bronze in the 15 and 5 in Grosseto this year. Hong Suk Man of Korea, gold in the 400 way back when, 2008. Marcel Hu, 5,000 silver here. 7 world titles, no Paralympic titles. Is this the night he'll change it? And Liu Chengming of China, involved in the Asian Games 4x4 gold, and the world title 4x4 gold, and he's the 800 world champion from China. These men are made of stern stuff. They're only concentrated on the racing and the gold. underway then in the men's 1500 meters T54 final. David Hoog, David Weir, the defending champion. Marcel Hoog has been a world champion in this, and cutting inside immediately is Kurt Fearnley. But Hoog, the silver bullet with the silver helmet, determined that he's going to leave Rio de Janeiro with at least one gold medal. Surely the greatest wheelchair racer around at the moment in the men's circuit, never to win a Paralympic title. It's Hoog bringing them round. The great Kurt Fearnley just behind him in second place, and in the inside it's the Chinese Liu Chunming with Rawat Tana stalking in fourth and David Weir in fifth with 3 laps to go.
So Fearnley, just a little manoeuvre there on the outside as they head towards the back section. And back where they started from, they've completed a lap. Hoog leads Liu the inside, then Fearnley, then Wahorum on the outside. And here comes a manoeuvre already from one of the Thai athletes. Moving up on the outside to get to second. Konjin right up there. And also making a mid-race move coming up towards the home corner is Higuchi from Japan. So Higuchi's going to set them alight. Higuchi comes clear from in second Tana, and then Wahorum in third place. So this has changed in a lap. Higuchi leads, 2 Thai athletes, second and third, and then it's Hoog in fourth, Fearnley fifth the inside.
Yes, Higuchi leading them out, but his big advantage cut up very quickly. Lewis made a great break up on the inside. The 2 Thai athletes, great campaigners. Prawat Wahara, Rawat Tana. Tana with that 15 and 5 golds back in Doha last year. He's made a good move up on the outside of Liu Chunming, bringing them clear. Hoog in third place. Weir is tucked quite nicely on the outside as well, way down the field. But on the inside, it's Liu Chunming, and now Hoog on the outside. Here comes the bell, and surely the big move is on the way. Thailand in front, and it's Wahorum.
It's Wahorum in front of Liu, and then we've got Hoog on the outside third. Back along the inside at the moment, trailing Balde, who's a fly in the ointment at the moment. And then Weir to the outside. So anybody's race with 200 metres to go. It is Wahorum the leader from Hoog, Liu, and then came Weir trying to get involved. There's a fall back in the field. One of the Thai athletes is gone, but into the straight. It is Wahorum in front. Hoog's challenging, and then Konjin on the outside. But Wahorum's clear and will win it for Thailand from Hoog. And they were followed in next position by Konjin. Thailand first and third, and Weir and then Fearnley behind them. So we've lost one along the way. It looks as though it's Tana there.
The only 300s between them, and Konjin in third place, and who knows what role Tana would have made if he'd stayed in it. Third for Konjin, fourth for David Weir, and Hoog's wait continues. Fearnley coming through in fifth place. Fearnley behind Hoog in our picture here. They'd campaigned very strongly, but there's just something right now about Thai wheelchair racing. Wahorum had won the 5,000 metres. They were so successful in Doha, and they're repeating that act here. And Hoog was coming all the time. He looked as if he might have just edged it. He had the momentum. He was closing in and closing in on Wahorum, but the line came too early for the Swiss. It's another great success for Prawat Wahorum, who wins his 7th all-time Paralympic gold medal. And Hoog, the silver bullet, has the silver medal. Third was Konjin, and Tana went over at the wrong time on the final bend.
Yes, you can see David Weir as well, the winner of 6 Paralympic gold medals in 4th place. So a high-quality final, but Wahorum 3 minutes, 0.62, 0.52 outside his own Paralympic record. He was runner-up in the 1,500 metres in London. Goes one better here. And again, showing brilliant tactics to outthink Hoog in the end. It's just a bit too big for Fearnley on this occasion, finishing behind the place getters. Balday was looking dangerous there for a moment. Weir was steadily working into it. It shaped up to a terrific lap. They were so bunched up at the bell. But it was Wahorum, the 35-year-old, successful in the men's 1500-metre T54 final.
Oh, dramatic stuff. Brilliant final. Wahorum's 7th Paralympic gold. And Marcel Hug, with his 7 world titles, is still waiting for his first gold. Herath Mudiyansalagi of Sri Lanka. In this men's Javelin F46 final. It's a really solid effort. Something around 55 is what you need to get into the medals at the moment. Herath Mudiyansalagi certainly getting close to that. And 58.23 puts the Sri Lankan into second place. And those moths, I can tell you, are everywhere.
Yes, we've absolutely been invaded here in the commentary position. Creepy crawlies all over the place at the moment. As we see the Javelin continue. And this is Devendra, who is sitting in 3rd at the moment, sends it on its way, looks to improve on 57.25, and he's done that. He's getting closer to his own mark, which is the world's best of 62.15. It won't quite be that, but it's going to put him in front.
Sorry, Devendra.
60.7. High excitement in the commentary box with that throw. 60.7 from Devendra, and that's a personal best, and he is now in front. Here's Sabota, Alexander Sabota. Now comes in here with his next attempt. After his first attempt was 38.73. And it's a little bit better than that. It's going to be 42.36. So he keeps himself around the 10th mark. Here we go, 42.36, so 11th. He has thrown better, 44.75.
Here's go of China.
How are those moths going there, Will?
58.95, currently lying in second position. I will apologise for our lack of decorum. See, the crowd aren't enjoying it either. Go, ready, willing, and able. This is why they're the superhumans, man. Nothing affects them. I was in Amsterdam for the European Athletics Championships, run by European Athletics on the IAAF circuit back in July. And on the final day that night was the Euro 2016 final. I remember sitting in a cafe, like a lot of the crowd, having a good giggle at Ronaldo and company having to deal with all those moths. They're getting their revenge tonight. And Go's getting his revenge on the field here. That's a really good one. Might get him up in his second place, heading towards 60 meters. His lifetime best is 61.91. Devendra holds the world record with 62.15. And 59 meters dead, and Go goes up into second place. Rinku, fleet of foot. He's got good speed, he's got good length, and it's just shy of 55. But that's a brilliant throw. That's a fantastic throw. His lifetime best is 45.45. And look where that's ended. He's absolutely destroyed his lifetime best, 53.59, and Rinku goes fifth. The Vendra leader, 60 meters 70. This is Herath Mudayansalage of Sri Lanka. It's a solid effort. It's around the same mark we saw a few moments ago from Rinku. A 58.23 in the second round from Herath Mudayansalage. That a lifetime best. And this one won't improve his position. It's 52.58 that it's going to come up at. And he will stay in third place. And on a night like this, they wouldn't normally put their tracksuits on, but they've got good reason to. And look at the smile in the face of Prawat Waharam, because he knew he had just about enough on Hoog. It's his second gold of the games. It's the 7th of his career. Waharam the gold, 3 minutes, 0.62. Hoog silver, 3 minutes, 0.65. And Komjen the bronze, 3 minutes, 0.86. We're fourth, Fernley fifth. And we've had some brilliant long jump action, and it's medium visual impairment for the women. It's T12.
Yes, which is staged over in the back straight. The Ukraine have the world standard and also the Paralympic standard here. And Oksana Zubkovska in this field. As you can see, a field of 8. The Ukraine with a couple of athletes in it, starting off with Katrin Müller-Rothgart from Germany, 34 years of age. And her personal best at around about 5.5 meters, 5:49 to be exact, would have her in contention for a bronze in this field. Sarah Fernandez Roland from Spain, one of the youngsters in this, 21 years of age, on the upward curve. Elena Chabanu from Azerbaijan, of course the host country of the European Games staged last year. Sarah Martinez from Spain, 26 years of age. Linda Humry from Algeria. Algeria starting well on the track tonight. Here is the world record holder, Oksana Zubkovska, only competing in long jump here. Winner of the gold medal in Beijing and London. So double Paralympic champion and also the world champion from Doha last year. Anna Kaniuk from Belarus. Her personal best is upwards of 5 meters 83, which would have her in contention for a medal at least. And Yulia Kurunchak from the Ukraine, 25 years of age, rounds out the field of 8. This is the women's long jump T12 final. And about to get underway. So we have the long jump and also the javelin all in operation at the moment. So plenty to keep an eye on here in the Olympic Stadium.
As usual, the bottom tier of that back straight, absolutely full. And Katrin Müller-Rothgart already successful on the track in these games to get us underway.
The 34-year-old powering down the runway.
So last event here, she won bronze in the 100 meters and was fourth in the 200, European champion also. She's never, prior to these games, finished in the medals on a global basis, but she's changed that now. Sebastian Fricker, her guide. Muller Rodgaard getting us underway with a 5:11. Lifetime best, 5:49. So Devendra, the hero of Athens in 2004, 60 meters 70, and here's our leader in the men's javelin. It's a very solid couple of attempts for him. So Devendra in the 3rd round. He's the world record holder. Oh, he's the world record breaker. It stood for 12 years from his Athens gold, and Devendra sent it out to new horizons. It's gone well beyond 62 meters by a long way. Look at that. Sensational throw. 63.97. And Devendra, he's waited a long time for that. So the men's 200 meters T11 is next up. 4 heats in the opening round. And it's the heat winner only to automatically go through. But a very strong field in this. Daniel Silva's already won gold in the 4x1. Octavio Angelo dos Santos, 4th in the 4x1 relay in Beijing. Mehmet Tunk finished 8th in the long jump. That's the case in Doha. Daniel Silva, along with Heitor de Oliveira Salas, and a 4x1 gold in the relay earlier today for Brazil. And the reigning 400 meters world champion. Octavio Angelo dos Santos for Angola, Luis Manuel his guide. Mehmet Tunk, a very good candidate potentially here for Turkey. He goes out of lane 3, silver in the 200 meters of the Europeans, 4th in the long jump, and in lane 1, bronze in the Asian Games, and in the 4x1 for Abdul Halim Dalamonte of Bandung. And only the winner is guaranteed a place in the next round. Octavio dos Santos, in his 3rd Paralympic Games, was 10th in the 100 meters here. His best ever result, 4th in the 4x1 in 08. So Halim Dalamonte in 1, Tunk in 3, Santos 5, Silva 7. The winner qualifies for the next round. Well, away they go at the first time of asking. Daniel Silva away very fast for Brazil, feeding off the crowd again. 100 meters champion 2013, 400 meters champion 2015. Silva leading them out. Tunk in 2nd place. Silva's going to take this. Santos coming up for Angola also. Silva wins. 23.39, Tunk in 2nd place. And Octavio Santos in 3rd. But it's another Brazilian win on this engine out track. And 23.39 didn't need to be very, very fast. But it was a winning time. It's been a long day for him. And he's got through into the next round comfortably. His lifetime best for Halim Dalamonte in 4th place. Santos with the season's best. Silva with a winning time of 0.65 in the end. Bit of a trot. A various means for the guides to pull back and let their athlete out in front, but Silva really didn't have a lot taken out of him. T11, complete visual impairment, guides required. And another Brazilian victory on the track, but Silva's got a long way to go. This leading to a semi-final for him. Tunk in second place. Santos will have to wait and see if they progress as fast as losers.
Martinez in the women's long jump. And at this stage, that will keep her out of medal contention. That first attempt at 5:38. 5:38, but it's early doors. That puts her in front at this stage, but that's only with 3 athletes prior to her. So a lot of water to flow under the bridge yet over on the far side of the arena. We've still got the world record holder in Oksana Subkovska next out, and also Anna Kaniuk from Belarus. So very early days in that women's long jump. Now this is Linda Hamri from Algeria. 27 years of age. So the early benchmark, 5:38. Every indication this season is that Hamri can jump better than that. So it's a legal jump. And that might be marginally better than Martinez. It is 5:44. 5:44, so 6 centimetres in front at the moment, early doors. That puts her in the provisional lead. But here is Oksana Subkovska. Subkovska, no season best, so interesting to get a gauge on her form with this first attempt, but she is the defending champion and also world champion. So she has got the gold from London, the gold from Beijing, and also world champion at the last 2 world championships from Doha and Lyon. Let's get a bit of an indication of her form. We know she can jump 660. Is she anywhere near that at the moment? That's a fair way. It might be over the 6. She looks pretty happy with things at the moment, nice and relaxed. That benchmark of 5:44 set by Linda Hamri, it'll be well and truly over that. So this is a good start for Oksana Subkovska. Big deep breath. What's left in the tank? Yes, 6:09, so that's a terrific start. She already leads quite comfortably as we move on to the start list of the second heat, first round of men's 200 metres, T11 visually impaired athletes here. The second of 4 heats. First goes straight through, then the next 4 advance to the semi-final stage. We have Namibia, China, Brazil and Venezuela in this heat. Introducing in lane number 7, Fernando Ferrer from Venezuela, 37 years of age. Not quite running in personal best form this season, is contesting the 100 metres as well. Fan Zitan from China. As we come into Congo from Namibia, rounding out the field. And take note, the Brazilian athlete, Lucas Prado, not competing here. We've got a DNS next to his name, so we've got 3 starters, and the first will go through. Lucas Prado, the Paralympic record holder, not competing in this heat. So it's Chikongo in 1 from Namibia, Fan from China in 3, and Ferrer from Venezuela in 7. Second heat, men's 200 metres T11 classification. Will have to be silence in the stadium for this start. There's plenty of noise going on at the long jump pit at the moment. He's going to let them go. So they're away. Now on the outside, Ferrer's got off to a very quick start. No real lead change at the moment, although now starting to come through is Fan very smoothly indeed. Takes the corner well and leads Chikongo. And Chikongo's lifting on the inside with 50 metres to go. Coming away from Fan, and Chikongo's going to take it. Chikongo from Fan. And then in third on the outside, Ferrer, 22.94. Pretty slick in the second heat of the night of the men's 200 metres T11. But that was all of a sudden Chikongo levelling up to Fan, and the 30-year-old pulling clear, already a bronze medalist in the 100 metres here, and just outside the medals for Namibia in the relay. But he looked in good form there, finished 5th in London and puts himself into calculations.
Yeah, the African champion showing his class here. 3 gold medals at the All-African Games. There was that strange little wave of his right hand. He obviously couldn't have worked out where Fan Satan was, but that's where he decided to put the foot down along with Evan Chiviju, his guide. He's had a very, very successful career. Major championship medals going back to 2011. And Fan just began to fade a little bit there. So Chikongo will automatically go through. It's a nice winning time of 22.94 as well. Chikongo taking it, 22.93. It's been rounded down to Fan, 23.33. Actually should be okay, I would say, Fernando Ferrer. 24.21. It's not a formality. Great long jump action we've been seeing. I'm happy to say a lot of the moths have gone. And this is Kania of Belarus.
Yes.
Could become a contender here.
Could be a fly in the ointment for the world record holder.
And remember, it's the long chalk outline, and it's measured from toe to toe, if you like. Bronze in the long jump. In 04 in Athens, 2012 in London, a little dip to 5th in between in Beijing. And she's also got 2 bronzes in World Championships in 2002 and 2011. It is her specialist subject. Can she move up into the medals here for Belarus? .5:36. She's in 4th place, and she's only 2 centimeters away. Elena Chibanu has already had a very successful time here. Silver in the 100, bronze in the 200, also going in the 400, and here she is on the long jump. Real fine competitor, and obviously it's much more difficult to judge long-term how the athletes are doing. They're right in the middle of the chalk. They can have guides, they can also follow what the 11s do and have the guides help them if they wish. Chibanu 5 meters thereabouts to start off with. 5:14 in the first round, 5:37 in the second, and she's a centimeter off Sara Martinez, who's currently in the bronze medal position. 5:38 Martinez is. She's won bronzes in the long jump in the last 2 World Championships, and also a 4x100 bronze in the last World Championship in Doha. She's a good candidate for a medal here, but did she go beyond? It's a red flag instantly. So Martinez will need to recalibrate a bit. She's fending off Chibanu at the moment by a centimeter, and she's 6 centimeters behind Linda Hamry of Algeria, who's currently in second place. Hamri herself with a great track record of success, primarily in long jump competitions. Silver medals in London in 2012 and in the last 2 World Championships.
So a warm night, a sticky night would be the best way to describe it here at the Olympic Stadium, as we see Mohammed the Ganji in the Javelin, running concurrently to the long jump competition. And this is the F46 class. And his third attempt was a no throw. His best so far, 54.67, putting him in 4th place, so vying for a medal. All important next throw. Let's see. It's 47.68, 4th attempt. So he remains in 4th place. The current leader is Devendra from India. As we head back to the track now, and this is heat number 3 of the men's 200 metres T11 classification, and a field of 3.
Only the winner to go through, but it does feature the 100 metres champion and the reigning Pan Am champion, David Brown of the United States. All 3 athletes here from the Americas, indeed. Here's Joselito Hernandez of Dominica, who finished second in his heat of the men's 100 metres here. First major championship wasn't in the Pan Ams, but Delfo Arce Orozco won the bronze in that, went out in the heat to the 100 here. His guide is Ale Barrios Pareco, and David Brown won the gold. In the 100 metres, reigning world champion in that, he was 4th in the 200 in Doha, but Paralympic gold in the 100 and the 200 in Toronto at the Pan Ams. Joachim Cruz, his coach, 800 metres gold medalist in the LA Olympics in 1984. Part of that great program in California, in Chula Vista, originally from Kansas City. Brown is. Arce Orozco of Colombia in 5. And Joselito Hernandez of the Dominican Republic is in lane 7. Only the winner guaranteed to go through, plus the 4 fastest elsewhere. Lifetime best this year of 22.29. He is the world record holder, 22.41. His lifetime best not in an IPC sanctioned event. Brown in 3, Arce Orozco 5, Hernandez in lane 7. So away we go. A lot expected of Brown in this. The Paralympic 100 champion here in Rio de Janeiro. Arce Orozco's got off very well as well, having won the bronze in that 100 metres. But Brown gets into the closing straight, and it's still very tight. Arce Orozco in second. Brown beginning to push up. Now he's showing his real class. Brown's going to take this. Arce Orozco in second place. Hernandez in third. 23.44. Didn't need to go full belt. He's got the victory, and he's automatically into the semi-finals with great ease, ultimately. 23.45, that's been ratified as. Arce Orozco did get a season's best, but was 3/4 of his second behind. Hernandez of the Dominican Republic likewise. It's not a huge amount that you could write home about this. Brown went out, he went to win, and he did so with ease.
Yes, hitting the front right on the point of the turn, and just for a moment, Orozco looked like he was going to give him a race, but just doing it easily, Brown, and there was plenty left in the tank with that time of 23.45. It was a bit of a battle for second in the end, and the guide of the Colombian in Barrios Parejo just having to dramatically ease up there near the line. I thought he may have almost infringed there, but it was okay. So Brown through automatically in 23.45. That was heat number 3 of the men's 200 metres T11. So we head back to one of our field events, which is the men's javelin throw F46 final. And this on screen is Guo Chungliang, the 31-year-old. Now, he can throw over 61 metres. He hasn't done it yet, but let's see what he can produce. His best attempt so far is 59 metres, and it's out that far again, if not a little bit better. He stares it down. He looks pretty happy with it. At the moment, he sits in second. Let's see. Just waiting. Still waiting. Now he gets the result, 59.81 metres. 59.81, so that's a marked improvement, still in second.
Women's long jump, T12 final. Linda Hamri of Algeria, 5:44 in the opening round for the 3 times global silver medalist in the long jump. London 2012 and the last 2 World Championships in Doha and Lyon, and that's the sort of form which has shown her out to be such a quality athlete. Sokovska with that excellent 6:09 in the opening round. Perhaps an improvement for Hamri. Wouldn't be by much, I don't think. Yeah, 5:53. Advice coming from the coaches who are in the front row. Kaniuk here of Belarus, 5:36 in the opening round. Sara Martinez, 5:38, lies in third. And potentially looks to be around the same mark. She couldn't have come much closer to the edge of the chalk. Kaniuk with those bronzes in Athens and London in Paralympic Games, Lille and Christchurch in World Championships 2002 and in 2011. Perennially successful when it comes to global championships. So can she force her way into the medals here? Lying 4th with that 5:36. Well, she has improved by a centimetre, and she's still a centimetre off there. Fatigani of Iran in the javelin, currently lying in 4th place. Current situation in this, Devendra leads with that world record, 63.97. Go of China second, 59.81. Herath Mudayanasalagi of Sri Lanka third, 58.23. Fatigani here in 4th, 54.67. So just about 3.5 meters off the medals. And the top 6, 5 of them have hit lifetime best. World record for Devendra, and America's record for Gabriel Benavitori in 6th place. So what can Fatigani produce here? It's shy of 55, so won't improve on 54.67, and he knows that. He's broken the plane, gets the red flag. He'd stepped out already, but it was immaterial. Penultimate round. Brilliant 54 throw by him.
This is heat number 4 of the men's 200 metres T11 classification. Di Dong Dong, who's had a good day, a medalist already in the relay. Philippe Gomez Lane 3, Moses Tobias for Namibia, and it's Jose Kamolaya from Angola. As we have a look at Gomez, preparing to take his position on the blocks, the 30-year-old who brought them home in the gold medal relay, the 4x100 metre T11 to T13. He was also the silver medalist in the 100 metres. He's a popular man. And down to Di Dong Dong, 22 years of age. 23.68 is his best over 200. He's the silver medalist in the Chinese team in the relay today and finished just outside the medals in 4th place in the men's 100. So this is heat 4. 22.94 run in the second heat. Ratified to 22.93 was the quickest so far, but the other winners not going full pelt. What will we see here? First goes through immediately to the semi-finals, then the fastest 4, so no messing about for the place getters. And they're ready over there at the 200. So away. Di Dong Dong on the inside was away cleanly. Not as fast as Gomez, though, who began very speedily indeed, almost up to the shoulders of Tobias, and races past him now. And then on the inside, Di Dong Dong. And down the outside, Kamolaya is finishing fast, but the leader is Gomez. Gomez clear. Gomez wins it for Brazil. Second's really close, lunging on the outside. Kamolaya from Angola, maybe, but it's pretty close. But Gomez again, the time looks to be around the 23 flat mark. It is 23 flat. Kamolaya has got the second with a personal best, 23.33. Di Dong Dong, another personal best, 23.39. But after being on cloud 9 with his teammates in the relay, solo, he goes straight through to the semi-finals in the men's 200.
He's a Rio boy, is Felipe Gomez. 23 seconds dead. Main race for second place, Kamolaya pipping D for second place. They'll both go through. They were both quick enough, both lifetime bests as well. But Gomez involved in that 4x100 meters gold earlier today, and his guy Jonas de Lima Silva, I think they were on the anchor leg, weren't they? Well, he's come through very comfortably here, and it's 23 seconds dead. And he's through. Kamolaya second, D in third. D who'd finished 4th in the 100 meters final and silver today in the relay. So these are the men who progress. Mehmet Tunk is in as the 4th fastest loser. Shikongo the fastest overall, 22.93. And they're into the semi-finals.
So still action going on in the field. We have a stack of victory ceremonies very shortly as well. So plenty of gold, silver and bronze about to be handed out. But this is the Javelin. And Guo remains in second place. Now his best to date was 59.81, but this is his 5th attempt, and he may have just got past that. In fact, he has 59.93, that he'll hold the second place with that. So he's up the ante, steadily increasing, 59.93. Now, the long jump pit, as you can see, Martinez from Spain. 3rd attempt. She's registered 1 score so far at 5 meters 38.
A very effective athlete, Martinez, had a very good European Championships, and she's attacked the board very effectively there.
We know she can get up around that 5.5 mark. She has jumped that this season, 5:58 to be exact, and that's more like it. And 5:52 for Martinez from Spain, 5:52, which puts her in third rank at the moment in a field of 8 in this women's long jump T12 final. So confirming 5:52, third position for Sarah Martinez.
And it's good work by the European champion, successfully defended a title in Grosseto. Double bronze in Doha in the World Championships last year in the long jump and in the relay. Bowed out early in the 100 meters here. So time for some medal action. It's the men's 1500 meters T11 victory ceremony.
A terrific race, a field of 6. Adair Santos going in as one of the favourites for Brazil to add to his 7 Paralympic medals. We had the reigning world champion from Doha, and even before that in Leon, Adair Santos taking on the reigning Paralympic champion in Samuel Kamani, and it was only the last 50 metres where Kamani from Kenya pulled away, but it was a memorable race for the vision-impaired athletes over the 1500 metres. He was brought into the race at the right time with his guide, Samuel Kamani. This is Mr. Jairus Magallo, governing board member of the IPC, officiating at the ceremony. Won't be the last time we see him tonight. Mr. Jose Russo is assisting him. It was a well-timed run to get into the bronze medal position for this man. From Turkey, Semih Deniz, 26 years of age. There's always going to be a mountain to climb with the world record holder, the double world champion, and also the Paralympic champion involved. But it is a bronze medal to Semih Deniz and his guide, Mohammed Tan. The 8th Paralympic medal for Adair Santos. A gold eludes him. He's been world champion 8 times in different events. Just to show you how brave this man is, he collapsed during a 5,000-metre race at the World Champions last year, came out of hospital and then won the 1,500 metres. Another deserved Paralympic medal. Adair Santos, one of the Brazilian heroes, 35 years of age, one of the heroes at these Paralympic Games in Rio. Once again gave his all. He set them a merry dance. He was in front until only the last 50 metres. It was a thrilling race. But like a lot of things in track and field, when the distances just creep up a little bit longer, it's very hard to beat Kenya. And here is the gold medalist in the 5,000 metres here, and he's done the double in his 3rd Paralympic gold medal. This is Samuel Kamani. 3:58.37 in London. Tonight, it was 4:3.25, a season's best. In fact, the gold medalist and the silver medalist with season's best, and then personal best for the other four. So it was a terrific final. Kimani the champion, and now the national anthem of Kenya.
Well, Samuel Kimani does the double, the 5,000 and the 1,500 meters. Odia Santos with the silver medal. A lot of field action continuing, the long jump and the javelin. And well in contention. See the flags representing India and Sri Lanka around. This is Herath Murisilangi, and it's his final throw. He's lying in third place. Needs to improve by a meter and a bit to get the silver, but it will be bronze for Herath Murisilangi, and for that he is delighted.
His best attempt was his second, 58.23, and that holds him in bronze medal place, putting everything into his next attempt, but it didn't get out to that 55 mark. In the end, 51.39.
It's his first ever major championship medal.
Terrific.
He's part of that great relay side. And Gu, the world champion, lying second, 4 meters behind Devendra's new world record. This to decide the gold. So can he get it beyond that world record line? He won't. It's silver for Go. And so the great Devendra is the Paralympic champion again, having won it in Athens in 2004. Well, he's a great campaigner, Devendra. Go gave it a really, really good shot. But Devendra, who finished second behind Gu in that World Championship final in Doha, will be top of the pile here. Here he is, for the first time since 2004. Devendra is the Paralympic Javelin champion, and here's his lap of honor. Can he give them something special to round off with? Oh, it's a beauty! It's a beauty! Well, he's given us a new world record, 63.97. His 12-year-old world record is finally gone. Superb throwing tonight. And he won that previous Paralympic title in Athens at the age of 23. He's won a world title since in Lyon. And Devendra reaches new lengths. Well, a real pleasure to witness that. Devendra Jaharia from Churu, lives in Jaipur, and he works on the railways. Full steam ahead for him. Gru, the world champion, derailed by Devendra tonight. Silver for him, and Devendra is our champion. Devendra was only the second competitor from India to win a gold medal at the Paralympic Games, and the first had been in 1972 in swimming. A truly great athlete, and now let's see another. It's the women's 1500 meters T54 victory ceremony. And talk about teamwork. United States taking all three positions on the podium here. And Tatiana McFadden, the queen bee again. Warner's back for more medal action. Mario Andrade, the executive director of Rio 2016, is here as well, and it's a clean sweep. She took the Pan Am golds in the 400 and the 800. Silver in the 400 here. Behind our eventual champion in this 1500 meters. And she has her second Paralympic Games medal. In her first Paralympics, she's 22 years old, is Chelsea. And there was a real American clamour in the end here. She gets her bronze, Tom. Yes, Amanda McCrory, bronze in the marathon last year in London. She's a 3 times world champion. 2006, she won the gold in the 800. Retained a title of the next World Championships 5 years later in Christchurch. Won the 5,000 for good measure there. And also a 5,000 meters gold in Beijing in 2008. It's silver for her here, and it's her first Paralympic medal since that 5,000 gold. And the silver in the marathon 8 years ago. She's done it again. Tatiana McFadden, her second gold medal in Rio, her third medal overall. It's her 5th Paralympic title of all time for the 12 times world champion. And she didn't just coordinate her gold medal. She masterminded this American clean sweep. She got McCrory and McClammer into position, and that little glance over right shoulder on the finish line, for her, the right people were in the right place. They took the silver and the bronze behind her. USA by 3. We're going to get very used to this scene, perhaps. Tatjana McFadden at the top of the podium. And she's brought a couple of friends along this time as well. United States with a magnificent clean sweep. That was teamwork all the way for Tatjana McFadden. And Gu of China, the world champion in the javelin, silver medalist here, as Devendra takes the gold. World record to do it, 63.97. Gu Chunglang in second place for China, 59.93. And Harath Muriyansalage gets the bronze for Sri Lanka. Rinku was involved in that lap of honour as well. He finished in 5th place. Next medal ceremony up is the women's 400 metres T20.
Well, this was a 400 metres. It was quite an unconventional 400 metres in the end, because this lady in the middle of the screen, Brianna Clark, she hit the front from lane 3 with 250 metres to go. She was firing, and around the turn she got a little bit weary, and then it was a real race, but she was able to hold on tenaciously. But a real spectacle over the line as Barbara Noviziel threw herself at the line to just get third. The photo finish, I'm sure, will make some newspapers tomorrow. Being split by Natalia Zlovetska from the Ukraine, the 32-year-old, running a personal best as well.
Barbara Noviziel, who previously has taken a very, very impressive 7 global medals at the last major championships, 1500 meters all the way, plus the 400 and the 800, triple champion in Doha, was obviously watching the night when Shawnee Miller dived over the line to win the women's 400 meters final here at the Engine Now, past Alison Felix. That's what she had to do to win the bronze. She was denied the gold this time by a remarkable run, but she's still on the podium with the bronze. Natalia Zlovetska of Ukraine won the silver in the 400 at the World Championships last year behind Noviziel. She's from Kiev. Paralympic silver. What a delivery. All hers. A very good run by Izlovetska. Was a time when her and Noviziel looked as if they might have got the gold, but there are very many ways to win a gold medal, and Brianna Clark has shown us certainly something quite unique. She's way out in front in this 400 meters. Out of lane 3, she was by the far side of the back straight, ahead of everyone else. Oh, she's blowing a kisses even to our presentation party. Golden delight for Brianna Clark, her first major championship. She's 21 years old. It was 100th of a second outside the world record. It is a North America and all America's record for Brianna Clark. 57.79. She has a golden tom. Gold for the USA. Yeah, the T20s, the intellectual category, is quite competitive. Because a bit like the T50s racing, you see a lot of the same names cropping up. Noviziel won't get her hands on the goal this time due to Brianna Clark. Here's Chubanu in the long jump.
From Azerbaijan, now 5:37 has been her best leap so far. At the moment, this lady sits in 4th place. Can she vie for a medal? Not with that, I'm afraid. 5:43 her best. No, it is better, 5:43, but it will still hold her in 4th position, though.
Well, actually, I noticed that's a lifetime best as well. It was 5:37 coming into this. She matched this in round 2. Muller-Rock got bronze in the 100 meters, her first global medal. Bronze in the long jump in the Europeans, gold in the 1 and the 2. Now she's never won a global medal in the long jump, if she can change that. Currently lying in 6th place.
Trinmüller Rodgart, the 34-year-old from Germany. Now, what can she produce as she pensively stares down the runway? It's getting some final guidance. They're just finishing breaking the sand, and now all is in readiness. So she sits at the moment in 6th position. The current leader is Oksana Zubkowska. 6:09 her first attempt, and that is the best she's been able to produce so far. So the German tries to pump herself up. She's ready to go. And some good support from the crowd. And it looks as though she's around the same mark. She's been quite consistent. Her jumps so far, 5:11, 5:15, 5:16, her 4th attempt. She's just nudged under the 5-metre mark at her 3rd attempt. And it's 5 meters 0-1, so her 4th attempt stays as the best. That keeps her in 6th position.
Yeah, this is round 5, the penultimate round. Sokovska leading, 6:09. Hamri in the silver medal position, 5:53. Martinez in the bronze medal position, 5:52. And Chabanu, 5:43. It's well poised. And so's this. Men's 1,500 meters. T54 victory ceremony.
Well, what a field it turned out to be. We had the 3 athletes from Thailand, Prawat Wahorum, Seshon Konjen and Rawat Tana, who are all so impressive in their heats leading in. David Weir, a winner of 6 Paralympic gold medals. Kurt Fernley, who's one of the most famous Paralympians in Australia, the 35-year-old from Newcastle, his 5th Paralympics. But in the end, it was a win for Thailand. Pravat Wahorum scoring and Seshon Konjen finishing at a rate of knots, and they were split by Marcel Hug from Switzerland. It's Ed Warner again, who's been busy at the presentations throughout the event. Mr. Mario Andrada assisting. But a dramatic race. It came from the clouds, Konjen. They were so packed with a lap to go when the official rang the bell, and Konjen has rallied into bronze medal place. 33 years of age. Just edging out the great David Weir for the bronze medal. And another medal for Team Thailand. And now Marcel Hug from Switzerland, 2 silver medals at Rio, the 5,000 metres and the 1,500 metres. That adds to his collection from London, where he gained 2 silver medals there as well. A couple of bronze from Athens, so all in all, it is now 5 Paralympic medals for Marcel Hug, and one of the best Paralympians yet to take a gold. Was runner-up in London in the 1,500 metres. Gold medalist here in the 5,000. He's done the double. 6 Paralympic gold medals now. With golds in Sydney in the 5,000 and 10,000 relay wins in Athens. 6 of the best. They're always going to be hard to beat, with a 3-pronged attack in the final, and it turned out to be first and third for Thailand. Here is the national anthem. So a memorable renewal of the 1500 metres T54. Avat Wahoram the winner, Marcel Hoog second, and in the bronze, Saishun Konjen. We still have plenty of victory ceremonies to go.
Penultimate.
Here is the long jump.
Linda Hamre, second last round, 5:53 in round 2. Holding off Sarah Martinez by a centimetre. Martinez has just gone 5:31. Hamre then, she's half a metre back. She'll need to basically improve her lifetime best by 40 centimetres all told in order to get the gold medal here. Hamre was 8th in the 100 metres. She's won silver in the long jump in the last 3 global championships as the Algiers athlete. London 2012, Lyon and Doha, those last 2 world championships. 5:38. She's got her season's best by 8 centimetres. Zubkovska, who's in the gold medal position, has passed up her 5th round attempt, so we will be going straight into the final round.
Plenty of excitement in the stadium because the women's 200 metres T11 isn't too far away. And the Brazilian crowd hoping for redemption for one of their favourite Paralympians in Terezinha Guilhermina, who was disqualified in the 100 metres, but looking for a 4th Paralympic gold medal. That's to come.
Sara Fernandez, Roldan of Spain, bronze in the 100 metres in the Europeans. Did finish 6th in the long jump at the World Championships in Doha. She'd actually won a bronze in Swansea, the previous Europeans, 2 years ago at the University of Swansea Stadium. 8th position for her here, 4:47 her best. Don't think that's going to really add much more to it, really. She's been consistent, if nothing else. She's only been around 20 centimetres all told between her 5 attempts to date. Lifetime best is 4:77, and even that wouldn't push her up. But 4:45, it's among her best of the night, and it is 8th for Sara Fernandez Roldan. The final of the women's 200 metres T11, and will there be more sambaing in a couple of minutes' time? It's a real battle between the 2 names on screen, the holders of the world and Paralympic records. In this, we've got the Asian Games champion, the Paralympic champion, the Asian and world champion, and the world record holder. Everybody's got something quite important to lose going into this. Libby Clegg, the 100 metres champion, claimed that with a world record along the way. So the world record holder here did it at the anniversary games in 2016. She's in 7. Here's the Asian and world champion. In lane 5, Liu Kujing took 4 golds in Doha at the Worlds and 5 golds in the Asian Games in Incheon. Bronze in the 100 for Liu Kujing. Here she is! The defending champion, Teresina Guillemina. Gold in the 1 and 2 in London and 3 golds in Lyon. This stadium, this city, would simply explode if she won. Zhu Guxia of China in 1, silver in the 100 meters here, gold in the 4x1 in Doha, and the reigning Asian Games champion over 100 meters, gold in the 100 in 2013 in the T12. Guillemina did that in this T11. Complete visual impairment. Guillemina, the biggest star of parasport in South America. Liu, the world champion. Libby Clegg, the world record holder. I don't think this field could be any better. It's Zhu in 1, Guillemina 3, Liu Kujing 5, Clegg in 7. Rio 2016, a city, a nation awaits. The women's 200 meters final. Oh, it's a false start, and we're going to lose somebody big. We are going to lose somebody very, very big. It's a Usain Bolt moment from Daegu. Guillemina's reaction time is inside the 0.1 allowed by 14 thousandths. Well, Guillemina delights the crowd, but the red card greatly disappoints them. Guillemina has been disqualified from the women's 200 meters final. She's outside the medals in the 100, and it's somewhat deflating for the crowd. They wanted to see something big, and they still will see something big, but they wanted her to be in the heart of it. She went before the bee of the bank. Guillemina disqualified. Well, they're chanting her name around the stadium. So, Zhu Guhao, the outgoing 100 meters Paralympic champion, is in lane 1. Liu Kujing, the Asian and world champion, is in lane 5. And Libby Clegg, the world record holder, is in lane 7. The final of the women's 200 meters, T11. And now they are away. Very good start by Clegg in 7 and Liu in 5. Zhu playing catch-up in lane 1. That big gap with Guillemina now out of the race. Liu turning, Clegg is leading. Going into the final straight. It's Libby Clegg for Great Britain. Liu trying to fight back at 5. It looks like it's going to be Libby Clegg's night. She's going to do the double, and she's done it in 24:51. It's a Paralympic record. Guillemina's lost that, but it's gold for Clegg. She's done the double in Rio. China silver and bronze with Liu and Zhu. But Clegg with a great display. Zhu was coming up fast on Liu, on the line. And Libby Clegg has taken the honours in this T11 class, and she is in a class of her own. It's Libby Clegg's second Rio gold. Liu the silver and Zhu the bronze. Well, away they went really strongly, and Libby Clegg on the outside there with her guide Chris Clark. Very tight between her and Liu, just a slight advantage, which will become even more apparent when they would straighten up. Clegg going for gold. She'd end up very close to her own world record in that London track, 700ths away in the end, 24.51. Took 0.3 off that record. Good tip it was by Libby Clegg as well. Great determination. Stride for stride with a guide Chris Clark. She got the world record on the way to winning gold in the 100. She's the Paralympic record in the 2, the double Paralympic champion, and Libby Clegg does it on the double.
Well, a dramatic night with the hero in Brazil, Terezinha Guilhermina, disqualified in both the 100 and now the 200. Strong run by Clegg, though. Holding her form tremendously, and a big hug for Chris Clark. It is a big result for Great Britain, a Paralympic record to boot. Liu in second, Zhu in third. But China at the top of the pops as far as gold medals are concerned at this track and field meet, but Great Britain are really throwing down the gauntlet. A strong win just when it looked like Liu was going to challenge at the top of the straight. Clegg has powered away.
And who knows what would have happened with Guilhermina in the field, but it was a false start. Chibanu, 4 to go in the women's long jump. Slight improvement is all she needs to get into the medals. 5:43 her best so far, and the target is Sara Martinez, and 5:52.
Yes, with Oksana Zubkovska so far with 6:09 at her first attempt. So Zubkovska leading here, but look at Chibanu. This attempt may have really put her into calculations.
It's not bad.
This could have put her into second rank.
Well, is she in the medals? She was fourth going into this, a little limp, but she'll sacrifice that if she can get something big. Oh, silver for Chibanu for now.
What a terrific performance, 5:56. Well, that'll go down as a personal best. Clearly.
Sara Martinez was in the bronze medal position, but now she needs something bigger to get back up there. 5:52 her best, and that's good. But is it good enough for Martinez? She is a centimetre off the medals. Hamri 5:53 in third. Chibanu 5:56 in second. And visually, because of the nature of this competition, with the naked eye, there's just no way. It's really tight. The European champion in a precarious position. And she's missed out.
So disappointment, fourth place for Martinez, who's given it her all, throwing everything into that last jump, but not able to match or better her third attempt of 5:52. Here's Linda Hamri from Algeria. 5:53, her best leap before this. And it's not going to increase. But at this stage, after being runner-up 4 years ago in London, Hamri is going to medal again. Just waiting for confirmation to see what colour We're talking about 5:34. That's in the bronze medal position, Linda Hamry.
So our gold medal is confirmed, and it is going to Ukraine and Oksana Zubkovska for the third straight Paralympic Games. She competed in the 2004 Olympics. Deterioration in eyesight meant she could no longer compete in the IAAF circuit. She wasn't bad on it, but she's fantastic on the IPC circuit. From Kiev, it'll be a musical capital sometime soon. Zubkovska's on song tonight. The double world champion, the triple Paralympic champion, and that's another monster. That's another 6-meter effort for sure. Way out towards the 6-meter line. And Zubkovska, at the age of 35, competing at an Olympics/Paralympics for the 4th time. Best of the night, 6 meters 11, and each of her efforts would have been enough to win the gold.
Now it's time for the victory ceremony after the women's shot put, the F37 category. And this was a gold medal with a world record to Germany, Franziska Leibhardt. Mina from China in the silver. Eva Berner from Czech Republic in bronze, throwing an Asian record. Mina in 2nd place. Charlene Coelho, incidentally, for Brazil in 4th here. The gold medalist, Franziska Leibhardt, 34 years of age, also contesting the long jump here. Runner-up in long jump and shot put at the World Championships, so has gone one better for a big victory. Mr. Percival Jatoba, Visa Products Vice President, officiating at this victory ceremony. Dr. Gertrude Kromholz is going to assist. Sixth in the javelin, and the bronze medalist here in the shot put, and adds to her collection because she's been the bronze medalist at the last 3 Paralympics in Athens, Beijing and London. Mina, the 30-year-old. Best she's ever thrown, 13.73. And adds to her silver medal that she won in the javelin in this F37 classification. She will contest the discus as well. She's got 4 Paralympic gold medals, 2 in discus, 2 in shot put. You can add a silver to that now. But the reigning world champion in the shot has had her colours lowered by Franziska Leibhardt, who was the runner-up in Doha. A turning of the tables here, and boy, she is delighted. Franziska Leibhardt from Germany. So a satisfying result for Germany with success in another field event, the women's shot put. It's Germany gold, China silver, Czech Republic bronze.
Sapkowska, the champion of the women's long jump T12 for the third consecutive Paralympic Games. 6 meters 11, the longest attempt of the night, coming right at the end of the competition. Even the nails are in the national colours, and the ribbons too in her hair. The medal will be gold. 6:11 for her. Elena Chabano picks up her third medal of the game, silver 5:56, and Linda Hamri picks up the bronze medal for Algeria as the back-to-back European champion Sara Martinez misses out in fourth place. Quite a story of the men's javelin. F46. Absolutely magnificent champion. Gertrude Kromholtz, Paralympic Order recipient, and Percival Javata, visa. Deepit Herath Murisalanga with the bronze medal. And there's quite a tale here because it's Sri Lanka's first ever field medal at a Paralympic Games. Their only ever medal at any Paralympics in any sport for Sri Lanka, coming in the men's 400 meters 4 years ago, Pradeep Sanjay. Gu Chenlang picks up the silver medal for China. The reigning world champion for the second time, the Asian Games champion. If there is one thing he can content himself with, it's the fact that it took a world record to beat him. Maybe the silver tone will be some compensation. Silver medal will be. Devendra Jaiharia, a real legend in his field. The Paralympic champion in Athens in 2004. Set the world record there of 62.15. And 12 years later, he's back with another world record, 63.97. And it's only the 4th gold medal that India have ever won at a Paralympic Games. And Devendra has won 2 of those. Mariappan Tangavelu winning gold in the men's high jump here. Welcome back, Devendra. This one's for you. Certainly worth staying up for in India. We know there are many watching. Gold for Devendra in the men's javelin, magnificently. First time that India have picked up 2 gold medals at a single Paralympic Games. And as I say, it's only the 4th of all time. Gu, the world champion, with the silver for China, and Harath Mudiyanasalagi for Sri Lanka. Only their 2nd ever Paralympic medal, full stop. They both come in athletics, and the first ever in a throwing competition. A hat-trick of brilliant athletes. Women's javelin F54.
Yes, an excellent competition.
Seated throwing competition, and in situ, this is Ntopazileni Situ of South Africa.
Her furthest throw to date, 17.88, but gets it out a little bit further to 17 meters 90, and that consolidates her position in the bronze medal. This is Hania Aidi from Tunisia, 38 years of age. Now, she hasn't been throwing as well as she can this season. Her first attempt, 18.28, and no throw, her second. Can she get it out even further here? A personal best would be nice, and that's better. Look at that. It's a terrific throw. 18.88. 18.88. She's given her all there. And that, to my reckoning, is a world record. Now, what can Flora Unwunwa do from Nigeria? Don't tell me. She's broken the world record again. Didn't last very long. First attempt, 20 metres 25. 20 metres 25. Well, that is a terrific display by Flora Unwunwa of Nigeria to take the gold. So the result, it was Nigeria a gold medal, Tunisia silver, South Africa in the bronze, just ahead of China and Brazil. That was the women's javelin F54 seated competition. Now the men's javelin F46 final. And we saw Devendra from India competing here, looking to turn back the clock after his gold medal in 2004 in Athens. In the race for the bronze medal, plenty of personal bests. Herath Muri and Solagi from Sri Lanka had thrown 54.67 first attempt, but that's certainly better, putting him into the bronze medal position with 58.23. Muri and Solagi from Sri Lanka taking home the bronze medal with a personal best in the F46 category. So second attempt put him in second position provisionally, but in the end it was enough for bronze. This is from China, Guo Chanliang, 31 years of age, personal best of over 60 metres, so we know how far he can throw. 59.81, his best from his fourth attempt. This is the fifth round of throws, and it's going to be out there again to take the silver medal. 59.93. 59.93. Second best silver medal to China, the 31-year-old. So there is confirmation. It was the fifth round that did the business for Guo Chanliang. And here is Devendra, the great Devendra, 35 years of age. So far, from two attempts, his best 60.7. Can he get this one out of the ballpark? Winds it up. Looks good. Oh, look at that. It clears the world record easily. The fist in the air, he knows how good that was. He's the world record holder of 62.15. That was set 12 years ago. But he's more than turned back the clock. He's reset it with a brilliant world record, 63.97. So a spectacular throw from Devendra, gold medalist, Guo from China, silver. And it was Herath Muriyangsalag from Sri Lanka in third.
to the victory ceremonies and the women's 200 metres T11. Gold for Great Britain, silver and bronze for China. A quick word about the other finalists, though. I remember, I think, saying on air, London 2012, when Guillemina did a double. Can you imagine if she's in the same position, not even winning a medal, but close to the line in contention in Rio? And unfortunately, it hasn't happened. Well, she finished fourth in the 100 final and was disqualified, and fall started here. Such is life. We've been waiting 4 years for it. Libby Clegg's been waiting 4 years as well, and she's done the Guillemina, hasn't she? Silver in the 100 metres here. 100 metres champion in London, finished ahead of Libby Clegg there in the T12. World champion in 2013. Likewise, great success in the Asian Games and in the World Championships, a relay gold. A silver in the 1 and a bronze in the 2 here for Zhu Guhua, the guide Jia Dengpu. Lu Kuiting, Zhu Donglin, Asian and world champion. She won 5 golds at those Asian Games, which was fabulous. Went to the World Championships and then won 4 in Doha. No further embellishing of the CV is needed. She's a terrific athlete, but it is silver for her here. So 4 years on from London, here we are praising a great double champion. Gold in the 100 and gold in the 200 for Libby Clegg. Her guide, Chris Clark, alongside. A Paralympic record in this of 24:51. Missed out on the medals in the World Championships in Doha, but the problems have been ironed out. So Libby Clegg does a Guillemina. She's won the gold in the 100 and the 200. Or as it's now known, she's done a Clegg. She's got what she's come for. Entered in the 100 and the 200, and Libby Clegg has won the Paralympic gold in both in Rio de Janeiro. Liu and Zhu with the silver and bronze for China. Such a popular champion. And while we can only imagine the cacophonous noise we'd have had around the stadium had Guillermina been in contention even for a medal here, we can still praise just a magnificent champion, Libby Clegg. She was pushed for it by this quartet. We all meet again next year at the Olympic Stadium in London. Can you imagine the noise when she's going for a medal on the line? Looking forward to it already. Next July.
So now time for the women's long jump victory ceremony, T12 category, and this was one out of the box with Oksana Zubkovska going in as favourite after breaking the world record and Paralympic record 4 years ago. Not having to jump as far tonight, but it was a strong field, but a terrific result for Azerbaijan and also Algeria here. But a class act, Oksana Zubkovska from the Ukraine, and that is now 3 gold medals: Beijing, London, Rio in Paralympic Games, and she's also the double world champion, Doha and Lyon, so they can't beat her at the moment. She looks to do it so easily as well. Mr. Percival Jatoba from Visa. Hamri, a season's best leap of 5:53 at her second attempt, takes the bronze. She'll also be competing in the women's 100 metres, runner-up in London. So another piece of silverware, not quite silver though, it's bronze. She'll have a proud family. She's got 6 sisters. Banu's having a wonderful time here in Rio with 3 medals. A silver medal in the women's 100 metres, a bronze in the women's 200, and now in a field event, the silver medalist in the women's long jump T12 classification. She'll be more than beeping as she goes through the airport security on the way out of Rio. Plenty of medals. Lena Shabanu from Azerbaijan. And she makes it the triple treat. Oksana Zubkovska with the 3 Paralympic golds in this event. 35 years of age, from Kiev. And as I said, she just seems to do it so easily, gliding into the sand, and a season's best on her way to this gold medal. Now the national anthem of the Ukraine. So all smiles from the three athletes on the podium. Great respect between them. A joyous occasion. It was gold for the Ukraine, silver Azerbaijan, bronze Algeria, and another star turn from Oksana.
Great competition, this women's long jump T12. Let's savor the best moments of this. And for Algeria, Linda Hamri of Algeria, silver medalist, London 2012, and in the last two World Championships, lying second for a lot of this, 5:44 she started off with. Would improve on that in her second round attempt. She went out to 5:53. And at that stage was ahead of Sara Martinez in third place, 5:52. But how things changed in the final round. Lena Ciobanu, look at it, fourth place at this stage. Was going to miss out on a medal. Silver and a bronze in the track in the 100 and the 200. Really good Azeri athlete. Doing her best to get into the medals. Maybe, just maybe, cranking it out for a bronze. Did better than that. Lifetime best 5:56. Silver for Ciobanu for Azerbaijan. Gold, though, for Oksana Zubkovska of Ukraine. Already in the bag with a 6:09 in the first round. That's 6:02 in the second, 5:98 in the fourth. Would have won a gold anyway. But she'd only go out and produce her best leap of the night right at the end, 6:11. And that, her third consecutive Paralympic gold medal for Ukraine. For the 2004 Olympian. As a Paralympian, top class. Colour coordinated down to the nails. The Ukrainian yellow and blue, and Ukrainian gold for Oksana Zubkovska. 6:11 for her. Ciobanu the silver for Azerbaijan, and Hamri the bronze for Algeria. Back-to-back European champion Martinez in fourth in the end for Spain, missing out by a centimetre.
Women's shot put action, the F37 final. And let's have a look at the highlights of this competition. Previously, the world record set by Franziska Leibhardt of Germany, 13:82. This is the start list. Hard to beat again, Leibhardt, but stiff opposition expected from the Chinese duo of Mi Na and also Jia Qiang. This is Mara Cohen from Venezuela. And her best attempt, 9:54. That's her fourth attempt. But that kept her in total in sixth position. Here is Jia Qiang. Now 9:55 in the second round was her best attempt to date. This is round 4, and that is getting out there almost towards the 10-metre mark. She can produce 10 metres, but she hasn't been throwing that this season, but that's better. 9 metres 85, that holds her in 5th rank overall. Here's the Brazilian Charlene Coelho from Brazil, 35 years of age. Coelho, gold medalist in the Javelin, leading into this shot put event, looking to nudge into a medal. It's over the 10-metre mark. She can get up towards the 11. Let's see what she can do here. 10.88 was her best leading in to this competition in Rio. 10.91, that puts her into 4th place. Czech Republic, Eva Berner, 30 years of age. Now, she's thrown twice at 11.10, looking to improve, to nudge into the medals and consolidate that position in the bronze. And she's given it a good shake here. Yes, 11 metres 23, bronze medal for Czech Republic. Now, big breath from Mina. First attempt, 13.12. Looking to pull one out of the fire here. And that's a big throw. Look at that world record line, just inside. So she's a real threat here, 13.73, and that was enough for a silver medal. And now, shot put in the hands of Franziska Leipart, 34 years of age. Runner-up in Doha, behind Mina, looking to take the gold away at the Paralympic Games. And look at that over the world record. Oh, it's a massive throw of 13.96 right out of the blocks at attempt 1, as you can see on the board. World record and gold medal to Franziska Leipart of Germany. Also competing in the long jump here later in the program. One more attempt at bettering her own world record of 13.96. Can she do it? Wanting crowd support. It's not going to be. It isn't a bad throw though. 13.56. 13.56, that's her last throw, and a gold medal to Germany. Smiles all round, and she can get the happy snap with the big screen with that mark of 13.96 now well and truly next to her name. So confirming the result, gold to Germany, silver for China, and it was a bronze medal to Eva Berner from Czech Republic.
A further night of Brazilian celebration, perhaps not in the women's 200 T11 as they were expecting, but further legends have been enhanced tonight. We've got 4 more days left at this stadium. Don't miss it. Good night.